They had studied humans for over a decade. To the ELAX observers, humans were little more than an evolutionary curiosity, ambitious, emotional, fragile. The ELAX had mastered the art of cloaking, operating in the shadows, undetectable in every electromagnetic spectrum. They hovered in invisible ships over cities, walked among crowds cloaked in bioadaptive suits, and even installed neural dampeners to blend perfectly. The ELAX believed they were gods among ants. Until the ant whispered back. Commander Urix of the 8th Stealth Contingent stood aboard the invisible observation vessel Vexilon, watching the Earth rotate beneath. Beside him, holographic data flickered in real time, human population movements, military chatter, temperature shifts, even social media spikes. Primitive.
Loud.
But emotionally rich, said Specialist Trell, her tentacles relaxed. Unpredictable, Urix replied. That makes them dangerous. Yet they lack awareness. No perception of our presence. Still, Trell mused, you ever get the feeling some of them sense something? Urix turned slowly. There is no such thing as human intuition. We are undetectable. Always. He was wrong. The ELAX first noticed anomalies around a human named Elena Rivers, a linguistics professor in New York with no military ties or intelligence clearance. She wasn't special. No enhanced brainwaves. No implants. No mutations. Yet she would stop walking at random, stare directly at cloaked observers, even wave at empty spaces. Initially dismissed as coincidence or madness, the frequency increased. She began sketching strange shapes, maps, symbols from languages long erased from the universe, including ELAX code glyphs. That's when Urix assigned a ground operative. Agent Relth was their best field infiltrator. He could mimic voice, scent, movement. His biosuit could render him invisible even to Earth's advanced surveillance. He was sent to observe Elena up close. It began as routine. Elena taught her classes. She sipped coffee. She strolled through parks. And always she spoke, not to others, but to herself. Or so it seemed. Still watching, she would murmur while stirring tea. Left shoe untied again, Relth. Don't you people have better things to do? Relth never responded. He never made a sound. He was invisible, but she looked right through him. On the 5th day, she walked into the library, stopped mid-step, and slowly turned her head, exactly where he stood. She smiled,
Leaned in.
and whispered, Your breath smells like ozone.
Relth panicked.
He activated emergency disengage, retreating back to the extraction point without finishing his shift. No ELAX had ever been spoken to by a native during cloaked surveillance. It wasn't possible. It shattered protocol. Doctrine. They reviewed Reltha's suit logs. No malfunctions. No breach. She had known. Commander Urix was furious. Then terrified. Elena was abducted. It wasn't common policy, but the ELAX needed to dissect the anomaly. She was pulled from her apartment in a null-time stasis field, taken aboard the Vexilon, and placed in an observation chamber. Nothing invasive. Not yet. Just questions. Urix entered, visible only as a shimmering blur. Human, do you know why you are here? He asked through a filtered voice. Elena leaned back in her chair, calm.
Too calm.
I assume it's because you've realized we're not as blind as you thought. Urix hesitated. No human has ever detected you, she finished. That's because you watch our machines. Our behaviors. Our logic. She leaned forward. But you forgot to study our stories. Urix said nothing. Others watched behind layer glass, curious. We've felt you for years. Children call you shadows. Veterans call you ghosts. Psychics call you watchers. You think you're mythless, but we've named you. She tapped her temple. We don't see you with eyes. We feel you with instinct. Urix's hands tightened. You're bluffing. Am I? She said. Then why did I draw this 2 weeks ago? She produced a slip of paper from her sleeve. On it, a glyph matching the exact sigil for ELAX stealth command. Urix staggered backward. Impossible. The council was called. Across the ELAX network, Elders debated what Elena represented. A threat? A mutation? A sign of larger awareness? While they argued, Elena remained confined. She showed no fear, no anger, only quiet confidence.
She didn't eat, didn't sleep.
On the third night, an engineer named Varn entered to check sensor calibration. She stood with her back to him. "You're Varn," she said without turning. He froze. "Don't worry," she continued. "You won't die like the others." "What others?" he asked. Elena turned and smiled. "You still don't get it, do you? I'm not the first." She pressed a finger to the glass wall. "I'm just the first to let you catch her." Suddenly, alarms blared. Systems went dark. Across the ship, screens flashed a single message in binary, then in ELAX code, then in English. "We see you too." A feedback loop detonated in the sensor core, overloading cloaking systems. For the first time in ELAX history, the entire ship became visible, hovering directly above Earth's eastern seaboard. And humans were ready. Moments after detection, drones, jets, and deep space satellites turned toward the anomaly. Earth didn't panic. No world-ending chaos. Just cold, surgical protocol. EMP bursts. Electronic warfare swarms. AI-driven cyber attacks that struck faster than light. Yurik screamed as interface boards melted. How are they doing this? Elena appeared on every screen simultaneously, her voice echoing across frequencies. "For decades, you watched us from behind a veil. You thought we were too primitive to notice. But humans are not blind. We are aware.
We are storytellers.
Dreamers. Codebreakers. We don't just evolve. We adapt. Faster than you can calculate." Yurik reached for the chamber's kill switch. Before he could touch it, the wall melted. Elena stepped out, unscathed, eyes glowing with impossible light. "We were never the experiment," she said softly. "You were the test." The Vexillon crashed into the Atlantic, self-destructing mid-fall. Of its 92 crew, only 7 escaped. Word spread across the ELAX empire. The humans saw through cloaking. The humans had countered centuries of stealth technology in mere minutes. The humans had infiltrated back. But the greatest fear wasn't the crash. It was the message that followed. Broadcast from Earth's deep space array, aimed at no one and everyone. To those who think themselves hidden. We see shadows. We hear silence. We know. Come in peace, or come not at all. Back on Earth, Elena stood by a quiet lake, sipping tea. Beside her, a shimmering blur flickered once, then vanished. She smiled. "Next time, knock." And